said, do you believe in jihad? I said, yes, I believe in jihad. Jihad means striving and struggling. Jesus Christ, peace be upon him, believed in jihad. No, do you believe in fighting? I said, yes, Jesus Christ said. It's mentioned in the Gospel of Luke, that take the sword and fight. It's mentioned in the Bible many a time, that you have to fight in the book of Leviticus, in the book of Numbers, in the book of Exodus. You know, there were about 8 or 9 custom officers. They gathered together and said, sir, can we ask you one more question? Sir, can we ask you one more question? And I told my host who were waiting for me that don't worry, I'm just doing some dawah. So I grabbed every opportunity to convey the message of Islam. I know it's a critical situation, especially when you go through immigration, through custom, crossing from one country to the other. I would not advise everyone to give the same answers as me, because they may not be well versed. And I follow the verse of the Quran, of Surah Al-Imran, chapter 3, verse 64, which says, "Ta'alaw ila kalimatin sawa'in bayna bainakum." Come to common terms as between us and you. Which is the first term? Allah na'budu illallah. That we worship none but Allah. And in such way, I've been to Australia, I've been to UK, and believe me, I've never been refused visa to any country in the world. And lately, after Peace TV started, I was recently last year in UK, and you know the Heathrow airport has a long queue. So I said, oh, it'll take another half an hour. And I was towards the end of the queue. Then there's an Englishman who calls me. I said, okay, one more interrogation. He said, Dr. Naik, how are you? Oh, have you come for a talk? So he makes me break the queue, thinking he wants to interrogate me, but he recognized me because he saw me on the channel. So he said, have you come for a talk? I said, no, I've just come to meet my friend. Okay, when are you coming again for a talk? And now, because I come on the channel and people see me, and they hear my views, it is benefit. And especially in the Indian immigration. In the Indian immigration, most of the time, more than 75% of the time, when I go out of the country, when I come in, the immigration officer recognizes me. Whether it's a gent or whether it's a lady. And I may have to spend some more time either answering the query or maybe giving an autograph. And most of them are Hindus, mind you. When I come through the custom, it's easier for me to walk out. Most of the time I don't have to put my bag through the X-ray machine. Someone recognized me, oh Dr. Naik, you need not go through the scanning. Many occasions, once a Hindu customer told me, Dr. Naik, jo bhi kahenge sach ke siva kuch nahi kahenge. You know, as though I'm going in a court of law and putting my hand on the Gita, you know, the Hindus do, or a Muslim putting on the Quran, ke jo bhi kahunga sach ke siva kuch nahi kahunga. So what we realize, that if these Hindus were really offended, they should have given me trouble. Because these people have seen me on the channel. Recently when I just came up yesterday from Dubai, one person said, that Zakir mujhe complaint. I said, what is the complaint? You know your channel has stopped coming. I said, where do you stay? I stay at Andheri. I said, go and ask the cable operator. So he's complaining to me that why has the channel stopped? So what we realize, that being in this field of dawah, it has benefited me, alhamdulillah. It has never been an obstruction. And many a time, when I go to buy something, whether it be in India, whether it be in Dubai or other parts, many a time, the shopkeeper, they don't want to charge me. Many times they want to give me a discount. Many times I go to restaurants, even as non-Muslims, when they recognize me, they don't want me to pay the bill. It's not only here, it's in Holland, it's in London, and I've traveled throughout the world, and very often. So this shows the power of the media. Not only amongst the Muslims, even the non-Muslims. When they recognize, they go out of the way. And this is what happens in the police. Even in the police force, mashallah, whether it be the Joint Commissioner of Police, whether it be the Commissioner of Police, and I have even been to the National Academy in Hyderabad. So, mashallah, they never have the cap and the beard ever been an obstacle. In fact, it has always been a benefit for me. I did it because of the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not for getting discounts, not for crossing the customs easier, but as we say, that it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you know, who's the best to help you. And alhamdulillah, I'm proud to be a Muslim, and it even has a positive impact on the non-Muslims.
Jazakallah, Dr. Zakir, for those candid comments and your first-hand account, not armchair account, but being in the field in practice.
So surely I disagree with Barkha Dutt being stereotyped. This stereotype, if you call, the beard and the cap has always helped me. It has been a benefit for me. And this is what I wanted to tell even in the show. And you could see I was always raising the hand, and, you know, as Tanvi rightly said, he was there in the show. So he could know that I was raising the hand 75% time. But on the show, you could hardly see me maybe once or twice. raising the hand. And I was following the rules. I don't want to interject anyone, I don't want to cut anyone, I'm not the moderator. So here you could see that though I was trying my level best and I felt like answering every query, it was like a battlefield going in my mind, the wrong comments made by the panelist and by the moderator. I wanted to answer to every of the query, but that's not the way how things go on. You cannot have everything what you like.
Maybe the audience and maybe Allah knows better. Your patience, inshallah, would be rewarded. Allah knows His ways and plans, inshallah, in a better way. We have two comments from the website. One we have from Rizaul Islam. He says, Assalamu alaikum all of you. Jazakallah. May Allah reward you. I totally agree with what that's all the earlier people have mentioned about Dr. Zakir. Alhamdulillah. Here you all can watch most of those documentaries. One, it is on the website topdocumentaryfilms.com/watch-online. Second, www.911docs.net. And the third one is hubpages.com/hub-best-911-documentaries. So check it up, find the truth, share people as much as you can do. Best of luck all of you. See more. May Allah help us to spread the truth. Ameen. In another comment he further says, it is sad for us that our lover, Dr. Zakir Naik, has not more been given chance to speak. He should have been given more chance to speak. But good things are that it was clear for us Dr. Zakir Naik is once again proved himself. He is a true and brave Muslim, especially when he talked about Bin Laden and what are the real faces of media. May Allah protect us and guide us. Ameen. Jazakallah. From brother Arif Muhammad. He says, firstly, Barkha Dutt once again proved it that media is against Islam. She asks actors like Shahrukh who know nothing about Islam. He could be the best actor in the whole world. If you want to know who these terrorists are, then ask the politicians who take the law in their own hand. Muslims are not terrorists. And media as a whole is against Islam. And furthermore, Islam doesn't degrade a woman, it uplifts her. If in the name of art and culture you want to sell your wives, you want to sell your daughters, you all can do it. The Vedas also speak about hijab, Bible speaks about hijab. That is never discussed. And furthermore, Bhagavad Gita has more number of verses of fighting than Quran. Even Bible has verses of fighting that will never be discussed. Anyone wants to speak to me, mail me at arif_chef@yahoo.com. I am a chef and I am not a terrorist. So I think this is a new style we have developed. Professional Muslims, highly educated Muslims, this kind of Muslim and that kind of Muslim, and they have to say after that and clarify emphatically, I am not a terrorist. I would like Dr. Zakir to comment on that.
I am Zakir and I am not a terrorist.
Thank you. Jazakallah khair for that. Lastly, we have one last long comment and a letter from one brother. It's interesting, it's long, but you would sincerely, carefully listen to what he has got to say. So this is brother Omar Sharif of Discover Islam Educational Trust. He has analyzed the talk show carefully, and this is what he says. Well, it was a very restless evening to start with when the masses came to know of a unique event where Shahrukh Khan, Dr. Zakir Naik, Karan Johar, Soha Ali and others were set for a rendezvous on a sensitive issue. The event was aired by NDTV 24/7 TV channel in its regular program, We the People, with the topic of discussion Muslim identity anchored by Barkha Dutt, a woman well known to the masses in India. Interesting things were surfacing at the event. What is it? Barkha Dutt is worried about the Muslims wearing the skull caps, the Muslims wearing the burqas, the Muslims sporting the beards, and so on. I wonder why she and her team, including Mr. Pranoy Roy, haven't organized an event on the Hindu identity as well.